Social Pulse YouTube channel. Through this channel, I propose to bring out some socially and politically relevant issues. The topic of the day is 7 steps to rooting out corruption from politics. So let's have a look at the 7 steps. The first step is enact laws to maintain status quo ante of election results. Second is to adopt winner takes all policy of the US electoral system. Third is to adopt the two-party system of US electoral system. Fourth is to adopt practices of primaries and caucuses of US electoral system. And fifth is to ensure state funding of elections. Sixth is to enumerate all voters and making voting compulsory. Seventh is to provide all government benefits through voter ID card. So now let's have a look at each of these in details. Dear friends, now the first topic is enact a law to maintain status quo ante of election results. Now all of us are witness to the toppling of governments in Goa, Manipur, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and present horse trading in Rajasthan. The above shows a trend of elected state governments being toppled by offering inducement or threats or any other means to our elected representatives. The verdict of the voter is therefore being compromised by this means, thereby defeating the very purpose of conducting elections. Now, during elections, we are informed that it is the cardinal duty of all citizens to vote, and people's mandate is sacrosanct in democracy. However, if the people's verdict is changed post-elections, then what is the value of our vote, and how safe is our democracy? You will agree that horse trading and defection of elected representatives is a serious threat to democracy, which encourages corruption in politics. Therefore, our first suggestion is to maintain the status quo ante of state assemblies and central election results till the next elections, and only the citizen and voter should have a right to change their own verdict. The above can be achieved by bringing about a law for maintaining status quo ante of election results. Even now, the judiciary can take suo motu cognizance of this requirement based on the events in Rajasthan and advise the government to bring about such a law. The second step is to adopt the winner takes all policy of the US electoral system. The winner takes all policy of the US electoral system basically enables the winning party in any state to take over all the assembly seats of the state. This means that the party which wins the maximum seats in the state assemblies takes over all the seats of the state assembly, including those that may have been won by the opposition. This enables the elected party to carry out its developmental activities in the state without obstruction. This policy, if adopted, will provide the opportunity to the elected winning party to fulfill its poll promises to the people without hiding behind the pretext of opposition parties obstructing the developmental work in the state. This policy, if adopted, will ensure that future elections will be fought only on developmental issues and its deliverance. Step 3 is to adopt the US two-party system. Like in US, India also should adopt the two-party system. In India also, we are almost coming to a two-party system with a major ruling party and a opposition, and then various splinter oppositions. However, this two-party system ensures more accountability of the elected parties, as there will be no coalition governments. Further, by adopting the winner takes all policy in the states, the responsibility, accountability of the elected governments will get even more defined. For the information, in 2019 general elections, 596 small parties collectively secured 65 lakh votes, which was 1% of the total votes, without winning a single seat. This shows the large number of small fringe parties in the electoral fray who have very little or no impact on the election results, while as it increases the logistic problems of conducting elections manifolds. Election in a two-party system will be more focused and will make the winning party more accountable to the people. Now the fourth step is to adopt the US system of primaries and caucuses. In fact, this is one step that I am really passionate about, and this is I'll recommend that it should be adopted from the US system, because horse trading can be effectively stopped by electing grassroots leaders who represent the voters and is responsible and accountable to them. Primaries and caucuses is a novel way to identify such leaders. In the US electoral system, they have this unique system of primaries and caucuses where the candidate who wishes to stand for these council elections enrolls themselves into the party, and through this democratic process of selection and elimination gets elected to represent the party in the constituency. In the US, the primaries and caucuses start almost 1 year in advance to the actual elections, and candidates who wish to represent a party from that constituency fight or compete amongst themselves by taking part in this primaries and caucuses, which is like a mini election. People participate in such mini elections process to choose their best candidate for the party. This is done by the process of elimination of candidates through informal voting and identification of the winner. The primary caucuses, if adopted in India, will ensure that the right candidate emerges from that constituency through democratic means rather than be chosen by the party high command. This will ensure that the elected representative has more loyalty towards the voter of the constituency rather than the party high command. This will strengthen inner party democracy within the parties. Now, democracy mandates that the elected representatives, after being sworn in as legislatures, have to take oath on the constitution. This is to ensure that they hold the constitution supreme and not the party or its high command on assuming office. We, however, find that the elected representatives have to abide by the party whip while voting on important issues. This negates the free thinking of our legislatures on important issues, and they have to abide by the party whip. This is in a way to show supremacy of the party diktats over the constitution. Issuing of party whip should therefore be made illegal, and our elected representatives should have the right to free speech and independent thinking on all issues. Just for the record, in US, it is parties cannot issue any such party whip. It is illegal there. So I believe we should also adopt such good practices in India. In today's party system, politics, the candidates contesting the elections are chosen by the party or its high command. The candidate, after winning the election, therefore shows loyalty only to the party or high command rather than the voters of the constituency. We should therefore adopt this electoral practice of US of primaries and caucuses, which will ensure that the candidates standing for election represents their constituency and are committed to the development of the constituency, as well as maintain supremacy of the constitution over their political parties. The fifth step is to enable state funding of elections. State funding of election is required to enable even the poor and middle class people to stand for election, to which they are presently deprived of in the present electoral system. Now, Election Commission has put the limit to election spending per candidate as 15 lakhs per constituency, and there is no upper limit to the amount which can be spent by parties. The government in its maiden electoral bond got over 6,250 crores and the Congress got around 150 crores. Independent candidates can therefore never stand up against the financial strength of these political parties, and therefore will never have a level playing field with respect to these party candidates. Election Commission should therefore enable state funding of elections. We find that candidates who stand for elections are all crorepati's who spend lavishly during elections, and if elected, they multiply their wealth many folds during their stint as legislatures. In today's politics, over 40% of our legislatures have corruption or serious criminal charges against them. This points to a steep decline of morality in politics. When the government decides to improve the health or medical sector, it provides soft loan to private hospital owners. If the education sector is to be given a boost, soft loans are given by banks to big businessmen engaged in education sector. If the industries are to be improved, the banks provide soft loans to big businessmen and industrialists. They also provide various other benefits such as free land, tax concessions, etc. Most of these loans given by the banks to industrialists and businessmen finally end up as bad loans by banks and are converted to NPAs and waived off by the government, which adds to the financial burden of the common taxpayer. All of us must be aware that there is over 10 lakh crores of NPAs on banks, which have been created by less than 500 top industrialists, and which will add to the financial burden of 135 crore citizens of India. All this politician, businessman, Gunda nexus finds its root in the electoral spending by parties. So, Election Commission should therefore enable state funding of elections, which in turn will ensure a political system free of corruption. In case citizens want the government to act like a welfare state in which the intended welfare schemes reach the poor, the citizens should demand state funding of elections. This will ensure that election becomes money and corruption free, as well as brings in more honest people into politics. Any government which is really interested in rooting out corruption and black money from politics should agree for state funding of elections. Citizens should also prevail upon the government to make suitable electoral reforms for enabling state funding of elections. Election Commission would do well to consider some of these following electoral reforms. First is enable state funding of elections. Second is limit election expenses of candidates to rupees 1 lakh per candidate per constituency. Limit the number of candidates standing for elections from a constituency to maximum 5 candidates. One from the ruling party, one from the main opposition, one from the fringe opposition parties, and another 2 independents. This will limit the election expenses per constituency. The eligible party and independent candidates to represent the constituency should emerge through this system of primaries and caucuses, that is informal mini elections such as practiced in the US. All competing candidates, maximum 5 numbers as I have just mentioned, should be provided with equal TV time in some government owned TV channels such as Doordarshan, where they can have debates, speeches, etc. between the competing candidates to choose the right candidate. The government, opposition, citizens-centric groups and other associations should take up this issue of state funding of elections, which will go a long way to ensure removal of corruption from politics. Now the 6th step is to enumerate all the voters and make voting compulsory. In the last 2019 General Assembly election, which is touted as having the biggest turnover of 67%, the result was as follows. Total population is 135 crores, total eligible voter is 91 crores, and the total vote cast was 61 crores. A close look at the 2019 election results reveals that BJP NDA have secured 26.9 crore votes and won 353 seats, while as in Congress UPA have secured 15.07 crore votes and won 91 seats. You will find that while UPA has secured half of NDA's vote shares, they have secured less than 1/3 of the seat shares. So I'll speak about this at a later in some later video. Now at this point, at the same time, almost 30 crore voters have not voted. that is 91 crore total voters and 61 crore people who have cast their votes. So 30 crore people have not voted, which is more than the votes secured by the winning party, which was 27 crores. This shows that if these 30 crore voters would have voted, the result could have been quite different. We should therefore make voting compulsory so that every eligible citizen participates in this election process and makes his vote or voice matter. We must appreciate that the poor and vulnerable section of society can be easily persuaded to refrain from voting and their votes can be manipulated, that is bogus voting, etc. Therefore, to prevent such bogus voting and EVM manipulations, we must make voting compulsory. Further, elections should be conducted with photographic and biometric verification of the voter in the polling booths. We can then rest assured that only genuine live voters are able to cast their votes and there is no question of bogus voting or any such EVM manipulation. There is an additional suggestion to stop this EVM manipulation. Now, post-election, we find that the losing party normally blames the EVMs. To put all such controversies to rest, all EVMs should be provided with printers and paper trail. At present, we are able to see the party which we have voted for in the EVM screen for about 10 seconds, after which it gets printed and disposed of in some inaccessible box. Instead, the printed slip should be handed over to the voter, who after cross verification can then drop it into some secure box. This will prevent the alleged mismatch between our voted party and the paper trail. Seventh step is to provide all government benefits through the voter card. We find all contradictory claims when it comes to government's claims of delivery of welfare schemes such as ration distribution, health benefits. All these corrupt practices will stop if all the government welfare schemes are delivered only against the voter ID card, which will ensure genuine voters and citizens only get the benefit. Further, the benefits should get recorded against their voter card numbers, which can then be verified. Further, a separate bank account should be provided to all citizens linking to the voter ID card for direct benefit transfer of all government schemes. This should be different from our saving account so that it can be easily identified and also audited as and when required. This will ensure that all government benefit gets transferred to live voters, ID card holders, and will ensure the direct transfer to the beneficiaries. I hope you liked the above suggestions and will take it up at your own level to somehow see that these suggestions are implemented by the government. A quick recap before winding up this video. The 7 steps for rooting out corruption from politics. Again, the first is to enact laws to maintain status quo ante of election results. The second is to adopt the winner takes all policy of the US electoral system. Third is to adopt the two-party system of the US electoral system. The fourth is to adopt practices of primaries and caucuses of US electoral system. Fifth is to enable state funding of elections. Sixth is to enumerate all voters and make voting compulsory. Seventh is to provide all government benefits through voter ID card. I hope you liked this video. Do like and share this video, and thanks for watching. Namaskar.